Remember all the way back in January, Parler obliterated from the internet for the crime of being the platform by which the January 6th protesters, rioters, insurrectioners, depending on your viewpoint, which, by the way, the FBI no longer holds, planned the event. Given a pass, Facebook, where the majority of the planning, so-called planning, allegedly actually took place. Why did Facebook get a pass? From the leftoids in the government? From the changing tides of blue over red? Because they went along with the status quo. They eliminated all stories that could negatively have impacted from the campaign, from the platform. This, of course, includes the Hunter Biden laptop story, which is fascinating because the alleged whistleblower was on the team that annihilated it from Facebook, that did not allow it to be propagated. Gee, it was Russian disinformation. Now she's coming out against other disinformation. I wonder, like what? I mean, anything that might be on the right that they consider to be problematic, like the fact that Hunter Biden's laptop was, in fact, his, which bears fruit today? Ha ha ha! That is one of them. But this so-called whistleblower comes out with documents telling us things that we already know, like the fact that Facebook, hey, they want engagement, so they go ahead and they amplify various stories that receive greater amounts of likes or comments, aka engagement. Why? Because it makes them money. She also tells us that girls are suffering because on Instagram they're comparing themselves to other people that might get more likes, that might put their body through some filter, and thus women, young girls, have less self-esteem regarding their bodies. These are the documents that the so-called whistleblower brings us. But what she does is, coming from within the bowels of Facebook, she gives us the prescription. More suppression of speech, specifically problematic speech, which of course is all on the right-hand side of the aisle. Anything for freedom, anything that would negatively impact the mandated vaccines that Joe Biden, aka Let's Go Brandon, desires us to receive, mandates us to receive, forces us, coerces us to get. This is not a whistleblower. This is a left-wing activist. She has given to various campaigns of left-wing politicians, including AOC and the Squad. She was again going through various companies and ended up at Facebook, and she took this job specifically so that she could uncover these papers, is my bet. And my honest thinking about this is that this is a plan from within the Democratic Party, because Facebook is allowing the amplification of, for example, Ben Shapiro, and they want this to cease. They want to be able to control the narrative entirely. So they want certain things to be suppressed, and they use the levers of government in order to coerce a private company to do their bidding. Basically, this is taking over the state, taking over a corporation. This is the definition of fascism, the merger of private company and state. Yes, these are the fascists that wish to annihilate the First Amendment. Think about this mighty oak of the free speech that grew for the first 250 years of America, and they are taking a battle axe to it and chipping away every single day with everything that they can, trying to erode the base until the tree topples, until they have control of the dialogue. The same thing that they are doing with parents that dare to speak out against critical race theory in schools. They are using the threat of labeling them domestic terrorists to cease their voices, to suppress their thoughts, and using fear against them. This is the 1984 dystopian state that we are becoming. My bet, this employee from Facebook took the job knowing what she was going to do, taking the treasure trove of documents, leaking them to left-wing outlets, and then coming out as a quote-unquote hero for the left, who wish once again to suppress the basic values of America, which are freedom of speech, which are the ability to speak out against those that we dislike. But this is, of course, counter to their ethos of wanting total control over us. So we must all speak out. And if you have a thought, leave it in the comment section below. Thumb up the video if you're new, subscribe to the channel, hit the all notification bell. Have a fantastic day despite everything that the United States is going through. Peace.